What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for thelines.com. Let's talk some Thursday night football. Man, you're a fan of the sport. Patriots and Steelers. Glad you're watching the video. Maybe the worst Thursday night football game of our lifetimes. And I say that without hyperbole. We are looking at a 6-point spread as we sit right now. And as we go down a little further, we'll see the totals at 30. 30 points in an NFL game. And it's accurate, really, in my opinion. Guys, you can talk this football game if you want to. If you continue up here, up right-hand corner, that's the Discord. So go in, talk some football. Maybe there's some angles in there that, we're not all thinking of here. But again, it's 6 points in favor of the Steelers at home. 30 is your total. It is a game in which we know Kenny Pickett is out. We are going to be getting Mitch Trubisky. It's a game in which Ramondre Stevenson is out. So decently heavy load for Ezekiel Elliott on the Patriots side of things. And we have a running back situation for the Steelers. Not ruled out, but Najee Harris DNP'd the last couple of days as well. So certainly doesn't bode well for, officially listed as questionable, but doesn't bode well for him playing either. So, guys, I'll scroll down here. You can kind of read along. I mean, what are we getting in this game? We're going to bet it. It's a standalone game, so let's try and figure out an angle. It is two terrible offenses. Now, the Patriots' level of ineptitude on offense is way, way, way more obvious than the Steelers. But if you look at the advanced stats, the Steelers are way down at the bottom in pretty much every single offensive category that there is. Not like the Patriots, who are literally in the bottom 3 of every single advanced statistical category that there is. And I'm not kidding when I say that. I mean, they are way down, bottom 2, 3 in just about everything. And certainly if you look over the last month and a half of the season, they are way, way down there. So here we go. It is a unit, though, in the Patriots defense that continues to show up week after week. Despite the fact that the offense can't do anything at all, the defense has not given up, and the defense has played stout. And honestly, if you look at some metrics out there against the run, it's actually the number 1 run defense in all the NFL. I just mentioned Najee Harris banged up, so if he goes, you would think that it's not going to be a full workload anyway. So then, does that mean that Pittsburgh has to try and pass to have success? Do they have to try to get it in the air? So Mitch Trubisky has to be the dude to move the ball? That's the question. Do you think Mitch Trubisky can move the ball against New England? I understand there were weather conditions last week, but I mean, you're looking, do you trust Justin Herbert and Keenan Allen much more than you do Mitch Trubisky and whoever and he's going to be throwing to? I mean, you would think so, right? Again, I understand. There were weather conditions. It's not apples to apples, but you get my point here that I'm going with. On the Pittsburgh side of things, the defense is still one of the pretty good defenses in the NFL. Not as good as the Patriots, at least stat-wise, but it is still in the top 10, 12 in just about everything that you're looking for from the defensive side of the ball. And so, look, if you're forcing me to play the total, and you can see that there's 130.5 out there, actually. Yeah, Burt FanDuel. There's 130.5. I would still look to play the under. I'm probably not going to go that route, but if I had to play a side or a total, if I'm playing whatever, same game parlay or something, if I'm doing one of those things, I'm still playing the under here. I mean, this is what you have to ask yourself. Is a very real possibility if you're sitting there. It's like, I mean, is the score 17-10? Is the score 17-13? Is the score, 14-10, 13-10, 13-6. Like, do all these sound like things that could be like really possible in this game? And I think that the answer is yes, right? So under would be the play for me here in this. I mean, 20-10 on the 30.5 still gets you home, So something to think about there. From a side perspective, if I'm playing the side, it would only be taking the points with New England because, again, like I said, I'm counting on an ugly, gross kind of game like that. But I think there's an alternate way that you can kind of fade anything in this game while also not having to count on New England to score at all in this game. And that's just playing the under team total on Pittsburgh. And if you look, like, the team total in Pittsburgh is going to sit somewhere in that like 17.5, 18.5 range. And so we can actually just go look real quick. And so I think that that's the best way to go in this one, because if it gives us, yeah, you can take the 6 points with the Patriots, but like I just mentioned, I mean, like 13-6 and you still lose, right? I mean, like 13-6 and you're still not getting home. And so that's one of the things for me that isn't, that's why I'm kind of like looking at maybe just fading the Steelers scoring a bunch of points in this game. And so it's a way to still kind of play the under. It's a way to still kind of fade the Steelers while also not counting on the Patriots to do squat either. And so you come over here, this is at DraftKings. It'll be at any of them. You just go to the team props. And so here we are, team total on the Steelers. Under 18.5 is 120, under 17.5 is 112. That's kind of the way that I would go about playing this thing. And that's going to be the way actually that I'm going to play this. I just don't see a Kenny Pickett-led team in the Steelers going and marching up and down the field and scoring a bunch of points on the Patriots defense the way that they've been playing. And listen, could this go south if the Patriots turn the ball over 2-3 times? Yes. But I mean, I hate when people say like, well, that is realistic in every single game that we bet, right? I mean, like in short fields or pick sixes or strip sacks, stuff like that. Like, yeah, I mean, that's going to kill an under. It just, anytime you ever bet an under, that is just the scenario, right? I mean, things like that we can't control and can't predict, then that's just the way it goes. So are teams more likely than others sometimes, depending on the quarterback and stuff? Absolutely. But I mean, I just think Zeke probably is just running this into the line 3 yards at a time in this game, a ton. Really short passes. I don't know. I think they're going to limit any opportunity for stuff like that to happen here, considering how terrible that New England has played so far this year. So that's the angle for me, under on the team total for Pittsburgh. And then over here on the player prop side of things, like I said, Najee Harris, DNP Wednesday and Thursday. So likely means a decent load of Jaylen Warren. Now, I just mentioned to you that New England's run defense first overall in the NFL. So we're not counting on that. We're not saying like, oh, Jaylen Warren's going to run wild. Though this is a pretty low number regardless any way you go about it. So if you wanted to play that way, I'm not going to like tell you definitely don't, because you could just get enough inefficient volume and still get to 43 yards, right? It just depends on how long did they give it to him. But for me, I'm just going to do the receiving yards. Listen, Mitch Trubisky, again, short week, backup quarterback, good defense, can't run on them. I expect some dump offs here and there, and you can see the difference even, right? I mean, we got 14, we already have a 16.5 in the market. There's 14.5 here. So this is some stuff that other people are thinking as well. So I like Jaylen Warren on the receiving yards aspect, on the over of the 14.5. I think he probably gets, 2, 3, 4 dump offs in this game. And if that's the case, we're not looking for very many yards from him on this side of things. So that's kind of how we're going about it today, guys. Like I said, I mean, it would be an under pass for me. It would be the points with the Patriots are pass for me. But I think the better angle where you're kind of betting on the under and you're kind of still betting on Pittsburgh not being able to run things out would be just betting under on the Pittsburgh team total. And like I said, Jaylen Warren for some dump offs here in the prop market on the receiving side of things. That's how we're going to go about it, guys. Everything we do with the line's absolutely free. So come in and, listen, read some of these other articles, see if there's something that you want to bet. I'm just not really into forcing bets, and certainly not forcing bets on a game like this. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button. By the way, we are up over 40,000 subscribers. If we get to 50,000 by the Super Bowl, it's not that big of a deal. We got a couple months. If we can get to 50,000 by the Super Bowl, we're going to do a giant giveaway for all of our subscribers out there, and giant giveaway contest. And so it's only going to be eligible if you are a subscriber to this channel. So go ahead, hit that button. Everything we do free. So it's good for you anyway. Guys, it's a game that's going to happen. And I'll say what I've been saying all week long. Yes, it's the Patriots and the Steelers, the backup quarterback, and it's a 30 total and all those things. But man, when May rolls around and June rolls around and July rolls around, we get to that point in the summer where there's nothing but baseball. you're going to be praying for a Patriots Steelers 30 total football game. You're going to fire me up that that barn burner on Thursday night that we saw. Give me that 10-3 game that was in week 14 on Thursday Night Football. Like, you'll be praying for it. So it's football. We're going to watch it. So let's go ahead. We'll put in a couple of bets. I'm not betting big this game. These are going to be more kind of fun bets, and we'll move on to the better slate here in week 14. Good luck on all your Monday Night Football bets.